Good morning and happy Thursday. It is the 18th of February. Oh my gosh, flying by. It is Red Wine Day, which I think we should celebrate all weekend. Starting today and then just dive right into the weekend. My absolute favorite adult drink is red wine, and I'll tell you my absolute favorite wine. It's called Valpolicella. It is a Italian blend, and ironically my favorite wine goes from that, which is old world wine, to pretty much any new world red wine because of the flavors. I just love the flavors. But Valpolicella, the specific brand of Zenato Rapasso, anyways, it is so good. It's from Veneto. It's the northeast region in Italy. And it's a blend of 3 grapes. It's I can't think of it on the top of my head. They're not common grapes. They're grapes that are used specifically for the blend of Valpolicella. But it has they raisin the grapes before they create it, and it has like a jammy taste to it. It's so good. It's really rich, really deep red wine. Really good for when you're eating steak. I mean, all wine is good. I mean, cheap. I've had bad cheap wine, but I mean varietal speaking, and it depends on what you're eating. If you're not eating, what you're doing. Is it hot outside? Is it cold outside? There's a wine for every occasion. So it's also Drink Wine Day. I don't know, obviously a spin off of the Red Wine Day, but I love wine. So I can definitely go for this. It's also eat ice cream for breakfast again today. I don't know who came up with this. It's not the first time I've heard it. And why? Why would you eat ice cream for breakfast? I mean, it sounds like you're just like, it's a rebel thing to do. I unfortunately can't have ice cream. I can only have just a little bit because it doesn't do good things for my tummy. Introduced a girl to engineering, which I'm a girl and I'm going to engineering school, so check. It's come a long way, let me tell you, but still the majority of the people in my classes are male. And I find it funny that they actually consider females in the engineering field a minority. So, as far as government jobs, and a lot of companies will favor female firm just because they want to ensure that they look like they're treating everyone equally, even though there are way less females in the industry. But I enjoy it. I'm in civil engineering, and I pretty much do the parking lots, the infrastructure, like sidewalks and the piping for the sewer, the electrical, the water, the storm water, that kind of thing. I don't touch the building. Although I would love to do architecture as a hobby someday. So when I'm not so busy with all the other things that I involve myself into, I really enjoy architecture of really big, expensive houses because it's just fun. Like, I want to make a really cool slide that goes from the really top, the 3rd story, and then it goes through the house, and it has fish tank around it, and then it goes out to the pool at the bottom. I don't know. I think I watched a movie back in the early 90s that had something similar to that with a little rich kid. Blank Check, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, it's also Pluto Day, so we get to learn a little something about Pluto. Pluto was first discovered in the 1930s. In the late 1800s, they found, oh my goodness, there is something beyond Uranus. And they found, of course, Neptune. And that began the domino effect of them following it out to the last remaining planets. And then all of a sudden, when they found Pluto in the 1930s, they kept their eye out for another planet, and it didn't come for a while. But then when they finally found it, it was considered Planet X. And then they found a ton of other ones, and it was hard to sort through it. So in 2006, unfortunately, Pluto lost its rank as a planet. Now, this is not permanent. Pluto is still considered having the criteria of a dwarf planet, but because it's year, its revolution around the sun takes 286 Earth years. It's a lot longer. It still has not cleared all of the other objects in its way within its orbit. Now, that's how a planet is made. That's how all objects in the universe are made. Our gravity pulls each other, like the masses pull each other together, and it's considered gravity. But that's typically what happens. You have an orbit, and everything within your orbit clings together and forms into a celestial object, a planet. Well, because it hasn't done that, it hasn't completely created, like, it's not established. It's not fully established. So that's why it's not considered a planet yet. I thought that was a little lame, but yeah, that's it. And I guess that, and then it would be hard because then, like, it goes into what do you consider a planet, what do you not consider a planet, when there's all the sizes in between. And that's what we had discovered. We were like, oh my gosh, well then we have hundreds of planets out here. And that's just not, that just gets a little confusing. It's also Thumb Appreciation Day. So we can appreciate our 5th digit or 1st digit, depending on which one, whatever. But without it, it's probably the most important digit, because without it, we can't grasp things. We can't grab onto things to pull them. I mean, literally, imagine being without it. You can't imagine how important that little, and then creatures without it, how much less they can do. Wow, I'm not speaking good English today. It's also, okay, get this. So today, this day in history, back in 1930, a cow flew in a plane for the very first time. And not only flew in a plane for the very first time, but was milked in a plane for the first time. The cow's name was Nellie J, and it was in Missouri. It was from Bismarck to St. Louis, and they were going for some kind of like convention or show or something. And yeah, it was a 72-mile flight, which isn't very long. Like, I can't imagine flying just for 72 miles. Like, I would just drive an hour and a half, I'd be there. I mean, I'm a slow driver, but but yeah, the first time a cow has been milked in a plane. I never thought a cow had been milked in a plane, so that would just baffled me. It's also Battery Appreciation Day, so we can appreciate those batteries. Yeah, I'm always running out of batteries. I appreciate the ones that automatically refill with the sunlight. I have a bunch of lights around the house that do that. Those are fun, because then I don't have to replace them, because they are mad expensive. But I do appreciate them, especially like when I'm out camping or going anywhere off the grid and I don't have access to an outlet. They become very, very important. But yes, that is Thursday, February 18th. I hope you all are getting some exciting plans for the weekend, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.